So I just got done watching Mushoku Tensei Season 1, and I thought it was interesting, so let's break it down. Mushoku Tensei is one of the most controversial isekai animes of the modern era, and if I'm being honest, I can kinda see why. So let's break down this anime from episode 1. But before that, let's meet the characters so you know who everybody is. This is Rudeus Greyrat. This is our protagonist of the story. Rudeus was originally a 34-year-old shut-in who died upon going outside and was resurrected as Rudeus Greyrat. These are Rudeus's parents, Paul Greyrat and Zenith Greyrat. This is their maid, Lilia. And this is Roxy Megurdia, Rudeus's teacher. Now that you know all the characters, let's go into the episodes. So the episode starts at Rudeus's death. He died by getting hit by a truck, and not too long after, he wakes up in his new body. He doesn't realize he's been reincarnated and questions why he isn't in a hospital. Soon enough, he realizes he's a baby again and got a second chance at life. Rudeus falls, Zenith heals him, which he realizes he's in a completely different world entirely. While snooping around and playing, he finds books about magic. He casts a spell from the book, which lasts only a couple seconds. He tries again and fails again. He keeps trying over the couple of days, and he finally succeeds. Upon finding out, Zenith hires Roxy, who at first was doubtful of Rudeus. Roxy snipes a tree, but that tree turned out to be important to Zenith. Roxy fixes the tree, Rudeus snipes the tree, and Roxy got in trouble. She now thinks that she's going to get fired on her first day. Rudeus comforts her, and Roxy gets back up. Zenith wasn't as mad as Roxy thought she'd be, and offered for Roxy to stay. And that's it for episode 1. Episode 2 starts with a flashback of Rudeus's old life, when he is a shut-in and when he gets hit. Back to present day, Rudeus is learning how to make figures with magic. Roxy continues tutoring Rudeus and helps him become a better mage. Roxy tells Rudeus about the suburb and to never interact with one. Roxy tells Rudeus that she is also a demon called the Migard, which is why she has blue hair and looks very young despite being 37 years old. Rudeus continues learning magic from Roxy and tries to become a swordsman with his dad, which upon trying, he fails. Rudeus is watching kids play, but they look at him in a weird way, which causes Rudeus to think about his past life. Roxy finds him. Roxy tells Rudeus to look at the Red Dragon Mountains and the country Renua beyond them. Roxy tells Rudeus that she shouldn't be called his master since his skill is far above hers. Roxy goes inside and tries to perform a spell without incantation, but she fails. Rudeus finds out that they don't celebrate yearly birthdays, but instead celebrate every 5 years. Paul performs this goofy trick, but I guess Roxy liked it. Paul gives Rudeus a sword, Zenith gave him a magic book, and Roxy gave him his first wand. Flashbacks to Rudeus's old life. Roxy and Paul get the horses ready for Rudeus's graduation exam. They convince Rudeus to go with Roxy to the other side of the village. Upon arrival, Roxy tells Rudeus to pay attention because she can only perform this spell once.
O spirits of the magnificent waters, and imperial prince of lightning who rules the heavens, I beseech thee to grant my wish, and bless me thy savagery. Reveal thy might to this insignificant servant. Strike all with a blow of thy divine hammer on the anvil, and cover the land in water. Now come, O rain! Sweep all else away in thy flood of destruction! Cumulonimbus!
Roxy sniped the horse, but fear not, Roxy also healed the horse. Rudeus walks up to cast a spell, and once again proves to Roxy that he is in fact that guy. Rudeus does not snipe a horse or anything. Paul and Zenith tried to convince Roxy to stay, but refused due to her wanting to travel the world. Roxy gives Rudeus an amulet so he can remember her, and off she goes. We don't see Roxy too much after this, just small appearances in later episodes. And that's it for episode 2. The episode starts off with Rudeus wanting to go out because Roxy had helped him with him being a shut-in problem. Rudeus finds 3 kids picking on another and stops it quickly. This is Sylvia, Rudeus's best friend from here on out. Green hair, bad. No gem, good. Rudeus also believes that Sylvia is a male, which leads to problems in this episode. Rudeus goes back home, this kid snitched, and Paul gives Rudeus the Will Smith special. Paul, being the alcoholic he is, drinks all of his problems away. Elf learns silent spellcasting. Elf knows how to rain. I'm just gonna skip these next scenes. Rudeus admits to Sylvia that he thought she was a boy, which upsets Sylvia, understandably so. The next day they make up, and that's basically the end of episode 3. The episode starts out with everybody finding out that Zenith is pregnant. Oh, and Laya is too. Paul admits that the child is his. Crash out. That's basically it for this episode. We do get to see Roxy in this one, though. I could just go back and tell you why he's in this situation, but I'm just gonna tell you. Rudeus wants to go to Renoa, but Sylviette doesn't want him to leave, so he's gonna work for Sylviette's intuition. Paul landed a job for Rudeus as a mentor for Eris, who is so annoying in these episodes. Eris gives bro the falcon punch and just starts beating on him. No reason, just for the love of the game. Rudeus and Eris get held captive by people who want to sell Eris for money. Rudeus thinks that this is a part of his plan. Bro makes Eris bite the curb, gets falcon punched, heal but not fully. Bro decides to dip and leave Eris behind until she agreed to listen to him from now on, which she instantly says she lied about. They make it back. They catch Eris lacking. Rudeus goes after her for some reason. Fireball. They try to bribe Rudeus. Bro decides to not move. Blaine hits that dramatic finish. Bro freaks out or something. Once back for real this time. Philip. They show him the traitor, and that's the end of that episode. Philip tells Rudeus to not take credit for what happened. Rudeus meets Eris's grandfather. Philip gets bodied, and Eris asks Rudeus to teach her magic. Rudeus teaches Glenn math, and Eris knows magic. Blaine yaps about her tribe or something. I didn't really pay attention to this, but it got Eris working. And that's basically the end of this episode. This episode starts with Eris and Glenn practicing swordsmanship. A old woman comes to Rudeus's room asking to talk to him. Eris is supposed to be learning how to dance for her 10th birthday, so she wanted to request that Rudeus took some time off, and he agrees. He now decides to try to learn new languages. He writes to Roxy about it, and gets frustrated because he can't understand the demon language. Eris runs off, picks Rudeus. Rudeus decides to help Eris with her class. Rudeus sells the Roxy figure, and Roxy writes back to him. Roxy made a book for Rudeus about the demon language. Oh, and the prince has the Roxy figure. On Eris's birthday, she dances with this random kid, and they both get bodied. She now dances with Rudeus, and does it correctly. Rudeus gives Glenn and Eris their first wands. Eris's grandfather and Rudeus sees a big star in the sky, which sets up the next part of the story. Before I go on to chapter 2, let me tell you guys about the Mana incident. The Mana disaster, or Phyto displacement incident, is when a massive explosion of Mana teleported everybody across the world, even killing some. So let's go on to episode 8. The episode starts with these three planning a birthday party for Rudeus. Once at the party, Rudeus fakes crying, and he is gifted his very first staff. Roxy goes outside and sees a sphere of Mana above Roa. This is the Dragon God, and this is the Demon Empress. And that's episode 8. This episode starts in Limbo, with Rudeus being in his old body. Here we meet Man God. This guy is important. Man God just gives Rudeus advice on what to do next. He does this through season 1 and season 2. Little World wakes up after half the episode, and Eris is with him too. Spooky man. Gulp. This is Roger. He's a suburb, the kind Roxy told him not to interact with. But he chill. Eris wakes up and freaks out. They're friends now. Roger goes along with them, trying to get them back. They reach the Midgards, and they meet Roxy's father, which tells Rudeus that Roxy is 44 years old by now. Roger vents about his tribe, and off they go. And that's it for episode 9. I will be trying to get through these next few episodes as fast as possible, so please excuse if I miss anything important. They eat. It sucks. They disguise Richard as a Midgardian. They take a job. They book a room. They be racist. Diddy Supreme. Diddy. Cut. They jump a bunch of nobodies.
Target neutralized.
Eris crashes out, and these losers are on their team now. This episode starts with Roxy. She finds out that the entire Greyrat family is missing. This is where she meets Elena Lise and Talahan. Back with Rudeus, him and the rest of Dead End find out that they triple booked this mission. They go their separate ways, but Roger insists that they follow the kids. Okay, Diddy. They wait, someone dies. Now they throw hands. Roger scolds Rudeus. Dead End finds the creature they're supposed to slaughter, bodies it, takes it back to the guild, or try to. Water. Whoa. Dead End having Dead End? Crazy. Bro got ops. That's basically the end of this episode. Bald. This episode starts out at the beach, but no swimming. Monsters are in water. Roxy looking for Rudeus's family. Man Diddy. Roxy spies. Roxy barely misses Rudeus. Demon Empress gives Rudeus higher foresight. Man save man. Man gang member. This episode starts at a bar. I'm going to be calling these three Roxy's gang because I can only remember Roxy. Roxy's famous. While walking, Roxy sees two members of Dead End and spies on them. Rochard spots her and Roxy starts panicking and barely misses Rudeus. She sees something and crashes out. They're doing an illegal. Rudeus goes to get Rochard and Rochard crashes out. They find the kitties. They heal the kitties. Good. The children follow Rudeus outside until one remembers about the sacred beast. Go back, free bro, get diddled. Diddy ultimate. Imprisoned bro, waterboarded bro, give bro a roommate. Fire! I say water. Gang bro is really Diddy Deluxe.
Nice try, Diddy.
Gang bro loses his life. Why am I being diddled? These losers are back. Grandpa loses his life. Gang bro survived. Furry crashes out. Eris crashes out. Bro does not like Glenn. Eris bullies this kid. The kid crashes out. Kid apologizes. And they dip. This guy ran and came with him. This guy goes to go get milk, but unlike my father, he does come back. Town, another kidnapping. Spooky man. Spooky man turned out to be father. They talk. Rudeus crashes out. We see Norn. Eris crashes out. Paul wakes up in the Fiddle region. Where's the house? Alcoholic. Well, 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 look who it is. Paul hallucinates, probably because of the alcohol. Paul apologizes. They friends now. They leaving now. Rochard beats someone up for the funny. Whoa. Horse tells Roxy about his encounter with Dead End and to see her family, which she does. She cannot use telepathy. I don't know why. Must have not learned it. She goes into her parents' house, who is surprised by her visit. She tries to dip, but these nerds started crying, so she stays. They tell Roxy that they sent Rudeus off with a suburb, and off she goes. Man Diddy is back. He shows him where Aisha is. Run, Forrest, run. Aisha gets diddled. Rudeus steals Aisha. Bro brought the Diddy crew. Up, and away. The next morning, Roxy allegedly called Rudeus to the palace. Rudeus follows, gets trapped, and used as bait to get Roxy there. The problem being, Roxy has no way to contact them, so she just never comes. Enter Creepy Guy. Creepy Guy really likes the Roxy figure and wants to learn how to make one. Bro grabs the prince and demands that he free Rudeus. Once free, they leave. They reach the Arctic. They meet these two, Orchid and Nananoshi. Rudeus tells Orchid that he knows about Man God, and him being a hater, he tries to assassinate Rudeus. Eris gets bodied, and my man Rudeus gets assassinated. Except not actually. Hallucination. Dead End visits Rudeus's old house. Rochard decides that he wants to go a different way, and off he goes. They reach the palace and find Glenn. I don't remember what was said, but it was enough to upset Eris. This happens. Eris left faster than my father ever could. Eris and Glenn are out on their own. Rudeus must be tired. Eris gets a goblin slaying job. This guy tags along. They go into a forest and see this encounter. Eris quickly puts an end to it, and they get let out of the forest. This guy likes watching kids. One of my biggest pros for this anime is definitely the animation. They had done a really good job with it. I absolutely love Rudeus's growth in this anime, and that he's not too annoying. I hate how the story goes a little slow sometimes, which is fine. I don't really care for it too much. Rudeus, a controversial character who does controversial things, but not too much that it's annoying. Did I like this anime? Yes. Would I recommend it to new anime fans? Also yes. I give this season at least like an 8 out of 10. It does almost everything that a 16 plus anime should. With that, I think that wraps up the conclusion. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like and possibly subscribe. This took hours off my day and week, so it would help. Bye now.